I'm a leftist. While I don't call myself a communist, I don't have an issue with an end goal of communism. I don't think it's like I just think that it's probably not likely to happen, a stateless, moneyless, borderless society. But moving towards that end goal, I don't have any real...
You'd like communism in America?
I think that communism would be most likely an international thing. It'd be like the Star Trek universe.
Go fuck yourself.
Frankly, I love his voice. I love his accent. I love his vibe. I mean, I'm probably not going to like what he has to say, but he's definitely got an energy about him.
One thing I learned about this interview, you just have to let him talk uninterrupted, and he loses. Just him speaking. I've seen a couple segments people have made about this. One of the biggest arguments is that these two didn't do a lot of pushback on him. And while on one hand I completely agree, no matter how much pushback or not they had actually done on him, you're not changing the diehard Hasan Abi heads. Nothing is going to make them reevaluate. It changes nothing with these people. With the honest, reasonable people, just hearing Hasan speak, let him talk, and Hasan fucking loses. And I got a couple pieces of this hour-and-a-half god-awful fucking interview they had. How one person could, in one sentence, completely counter everything he said in the sentence previous. That's a serious level of delusion here, folks. How he's not aware of it? But kudos on him for going in here. Because for all his faults, he did go sit down at this table and show himself for the complete hypocrite goon he fucking is.
And you mentioned progressive values and that being something that's important to you. What are progressive values, would you say?
I think progressive values, for me at least, are founded around empathy first and foremost, to try and uplift everyone's material conditions to the best of our ability, and focusing on protecting those who need protection, and simultaneously advancing a cause of the way I think about it, advancing the cause of unlocking the potential of every single person, no matter where they are.
Unlocking the potential for every single person. Hold up, bro. Do you think you're fuck is Frankenstein's doctor's name? Unlocking the potential of every human being?
Because right now, there are probably billions of brilliant people that never actually get the opportunity to unlock their true potential.
Billions. Bro, if that's not head in the clouds, rainbow unicorn world shit, that is on a level that is like true fiction. Stephen King shit.
Those people who don't currently have opportunity both in this country, in other Western countries, but around the world, what's the mechanism by which they get those opportunities?
Oh, this should be really good.
I think creating a robust base of support, like a minimum social safety net for all.
There it is. There it is. That's the true end goal of these commies. Nothing but dependent people. And as long as there's people out there that are billionaires and millionaires, which they wouldn't last too long, they'd be gone pretty fast. They'd fucking up and they'd all move to that Denmark model that everybody's always so fucking jealous of. Let them go. Let them cook.
And there are many different ways of achieving that result. I don't think capitalism has been able to do that.
There's many ways to accomplish that. I'm not going to give you a single one. Not a one. I'm actually just going to complain about capitalism. That's convenient, ain't it?
What I mean by that is capitalism still revolves around the inherent contradiction of at its most reductive way to put it, someone's got to clean the toilet.
Yeah, it's not a contradiction. Actually, somebody does need to clean the toilets. I mean, we all know you don't clean your toilets, Hasan. We all know you got a motherfucking maid crew that comes in there probably twice a week, cleans your fucking toilets. Is that the inherent contradiction of Mr. Millionaire, Beverly Hills, Porsche driving that has somebody clean their toilets? Would that be the contradiction you're speaking of, Hasan?
If we were to allow a lot of the third world to develop to a certain degree, then things would be far too costly. We wouldn't get the cheap materials and the cheap natural resources that we need to extract so that we can have an iPhone for the reasonable price of $500. Or, I mean, even that's increasing now.
Not since the iPhone 3 was it $500. Bro, if the rest of the world caught up to us, things would get cheaper because therein lies competition, which is like the commie Antichrist. Competition. Ooh, boogeyman, huh, commie?
Someone is always going to have to clean the toilets, right? Like, we have a pretty big safety net in the UK. And what that's mainly done is trapped a lot of people in a place where they don't have to work and they therefore don't.
Which is what the commies want, Constantine. Motherfucker, if they don't want to have to do nothing, they don't have to do nothing. And who are you to tell them that they have to do it? You know, because they're humans. They deserve things, you know, because they're breathing oxygen. Do nothing if you don't want to. And Hasan ain't gonna tell you no different. I mean, of course, unless he was king tomorrow and he'd lock up all the dissidents. Up against the wall.
And also, you talk about, important people from other countries to work for less. Kind of the consequence of that is it suppresses wages for the people in the country as well. So who would clean the toilets?
Ultimately, there's going to be people that fulfill these roles no matter what. And increasingly with automation and with AI.
Go watch this. It's an hour and a half of non-stop insanity. It's an extravaganza of insanity.
We're getting to a point where the route tasks are already being delegated to robots to begin with.
Bro, how many toilet cleaner robots have you ever heard of? I don't see too many, short of those little fucking piss pads in the bottom of it. We're talking about toilet cleaners here, folks. We're talking about sanitation.
So the way I see it is there's always going to be someone that is tasked with this, tasked with either overseeing it, if it's a robot doing it, or directly doing it. But since it's an important factor in the commodity production.
Scrubbing toilets. Want to manufacture commodities? Oh, you better have toilet scrubbers. It's an important factor. Bro, especially half the time he's like this. That's an important factor in the commodity. Bro, we're talking about toilet cleaners, bro. Stick to the script. Who's going to clean the toilets, bro? Is it robots or AI? Answer the question, dude.
Because someone has to engage in sanitation. I think it's much more valuable to ensure that they have a sense of autonomy and that those positions are hired and have enough. They have enough replacement labor force so that they do less hours in general and still get a decent amount of pay.
So you can work as less hours as possible. You hear him? You hear him actually say this shit out loud? Bro, the kids are listening to this clown. They think he's got the answers because he's read a lot of fucking commie books. This is what half the country's actually prying for nowadays, is the Mondami crowds. Where if you're a toilet scrubber, you should have time off and not work many hours. And make sure there's definitely some replacement. And you should have autonomy. And I get it, you know what I mean? I know it's a shit job. Somebody will have to do it. I don't know what you think you're worth, multi-million-dollar fucking corporation, that you come in and scrub the toilets in. How much you think that's worth? Honest question. You're the boss tomorrow. What are you paying your toilet scrubbers? Are they going to make a toilet scrubber union? Start not coming in until their demands are met? This dude never answers a direct question. He just can't. Brain only works at one speed, and it's all commie. If it's not commie gobbledygook, just don't ask him it.
The way to achieve that would be a really high minimum wage, or what's the way to get that?
I think in a market economy, what you are paid should be what you produce. I don't think that that's how it works in the market economy.
Yeah, dickhead, it is how it works. You're paid what you're worth. You're paid what you produce. That's just the true fucking bamboozlement of a toilet scrubber, unfortunately. Your talents aren't that high a demand. Maybe you go make your own company that just, is toilets. And you can scrub the fuck out of them. And you pay yourself whatever you feel that's worth.
I think in the market economy, your replaceability is what determines your wages. Especially if you are replaceable by a non-domestic labor force, for example.
So you're against illegal immigration, huh, commies? Pressing wages, right? Watch them double back on that and make it sound like you never said that to begin with.
That depresses your wages even further on the domestic front for the citizen labor force. So I think you're right, though. In the market economy, your output should be the determining factor. That's actually a socialist position. Ironically enough.
Ironically enough, you're a fucking moron. That is the furthest thing from a socialist position. Says, Mister, we should have a bare minimum safety net for everybody. Unlock the potential of billions of people. Says that guy. Fucking ironically.
Minimum wages is one way of doing it as a Band-Aid solution. I mean, but there are Nordic countries, for example, where there is no minimum wage because the minimum wage would ironically be a depressing factor on the overall average wages that people get.
For him to know that, but would still fight for it. That's the true magic of this commie Marxist bullshit. Denmark doesn't have a minimum wage because it will depress overall wages. Yet, the toilet scrubbers deserve a union.
So, is there a country that's done socialism the way that you like?
Oh, that's a good question, Constantine. That's a fucking good question. Who do you think it's gonna be? Who do you think it's gonna be, huh? Not that place.
We'll look in the mirror and already be China.
Yes, the time is right for us. Like, we are already there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Roger, you seen this?
Oh yeah. Looks good.
Yeah.
这是什么呀？他录个视频。你是他导游？没有。Where's the film? Stop. Okay. 你是他导游啊 ？Photo.
So he want to see the photo. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't take a photo. 就是刚才他录那个，让他找出来。
So have you record anything?
No, not yet. No. 我都看见了。
Yeah, he said he
直
saw.
播还是什么呀？
Oh, I was holding the camera out, but I didn't do anything
还
yet.
有个手机和那个背景图。对，拿手机弄一背景，那是什么东西？把它打出来。
No recording?
刚才那个背景。
So he want to see the background of your.
Oh, of my phone?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or like a live show or.
Other
yeah.
phone.
Oh. I have another.
He would never say the place. The police, seconds, nanoseconds after showing a meme on his stream, he would never say that country, right?
I would say China is probably closest, I would say, to an example that we should follow.
That we should follow. Mr. got caught up by TSA for 20 fucking minutes and cried about it for 3 days. Gets pulled over nanoseconds after showing a meme in China. Harassed, phone looked through, came up at his hotel, searched every fucking thing they had. That guy says we should follow them. Bro, I don't know how you get this stupid and this big of a fan base. I guess it's just further evidence, that there is a true audience for this stuff. We've let the last 2 generations of children down in what this country is, what it was meant to be, the shining light on top of the hill shit. They just don't get it. And they would fight for China before they fought for us. That's the... Wow.
We don't have any high-speed rail.
We don't fucking have high-speed rail, bro, because there's not a fucking customer base for it. Fuckers ain't thought this shit out, tried it. Clowns like this want to do it just because it'll make them feel good. Meanwhile, nobody's buying tickets for it, and our tax dollars are just being flushed down the toilet to keep it because it makes clowns like this feel better. If it was as good an idea as y'all clowns think it is, it would have been done already. Fucking Newsom and his fucking speed train to no goddamn where. There ain't enough people who would buy the tickets for it. You fucking morons.
We don't have any even development. There is seemingly nothing to look forward to in America in terms of economic prosperity, in terms of overall health of society.
And I blame people like you, Hasan, for your entire platform. Why do you think that is such a big problem nowadays, huh? It's not because you commie leftists, right? Huh? Oh no, of course it's not your fault.
By the second generation, assimilation is almost complete. And by the third one, it's like virtually impossible to distinguish in terms of performance, educational output, and job performance in general. It's just like everyone becomes American.
And you're an absolute fucking liar. You're an absolute liar. Maybe in the 80s and 90s, but when you bring them in by the millions and fucking millions, bro, and then you let them take over entire parts of cities, they don't want to be you, bro. They don't want to be American, bro. They want to be where they came from. Bro, your fucking head is in the clouds, and you're dangerous because of it.
That's not true in the UK, though, unfortunately. So if you look at, for example, Islamist radicalization, second and third generation Muslims are much more radical than first generation.
Yeah.
So we're not, that's the issue that a lot of people in Britain are concerned about is not everyone's assimilating the way that the three of us have done.
So here's the interesting point about that.
Ooh, interesting point. Oh, here's the interesting point. In other words, he'll completely deny it and sidestep. Watch him. Watch him.
Well, two things I want to address. First, like I said, people assimilate. It's and they become a part of the
some people
normal forces of society. They become a part of the culture, or they bring some aspect of their culture into British culture. You know, they change the cuisine, and people seemingly enjoy it, even if they also simultaneously go attend an EDL rally and then, you know, get a little quick curry afterwards, or a little kebab on the side. But
quick curry.
A little quick curry.
A quick curry.
A little quick curry.
Fuck curry. First off, shit's nasty as fuck. Secondly, if I don't want my country to turn into where you came from, doesn't mean I can't fucking enjoy your cuisine. Doesn't mean that your cuisine somehow fucking outweighs all the problems and issues that you're bringing with you coming here. Like, what kind of dumbass shit is that? You like their food? You don't want them here, but you like their food? You hear yourself talking, bro? His fans who watch us and think like, yeah, son, that's a great fucking point. No, it's not. It's retarded as shit. And it completely ignores all the issues and problems that people are bringing up with these large numbers of people taking over parts of the country. I don't give a fuck if you can get a goddamn curry or kebab. Take that shit and go back where the fuck you come from. I'll deal with the Americanized version of kebab and curry. I'll be good with that. Like, you can keep all that shit if it fucking means I gotta give up fucking a piece of my country for it. Fuck that.
Beyond that, the reason why people are angry is always going to be because the trains are not running on time, because the NHS is improperly managed due to underfunding. That's what I believe. I think it's always an issue of underfunding.
Completely ignore the cultural civil wars that are going on across the fucking globe. Just because the trains aren't on time, guys. Just had more funding. Trains would be on time, guys. He is so full of himself. To go on this particular podcast, bro had to like calm himself down a little bit, because he's not like his full-blown, completely fucking the blood of the capitalists and the landlords.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
Doesn't matter if rapes happen on October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. Continue killing your soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers.
And a Houthi propaganda video that includes signs displaying the Houthi credo. God is great, death to America, death to Israel, damn the Jews, victory to Islam.
When the beat drops, it's like jihad drops in your heart a little bit.
You didn't get none of that on this podcast here. You got this like fake fucking reserved Hasan, bullet points, all his commie fucking memos. People are mad because they're watching their country go to shit. Due to imports. Due to the lefties defending the imports and ignoring the citizens of the country. Fuck the train being on time. Fuck the NHS. NHS is going to shit because of all the people that are coming into the country that it's now taking care of that aren't putting back into the base. Like, you get... Of course you don't get it. Of course you don't fucking get it, because you're fucking retarded.
So in that anger, it's much easier for them to be guided by a right wing, guided by the right wing forces, to turn around and say, you're angry and you're right to be angry. And the reason why you're angry, the reason why all of these things are happening, is because we are importing all of these random strangers into the country who don't speak your language, who you are scared by.
Define scare, and I'm sure I don't fit that definition. I can't speak for everybody, but I can definitely speak for myself. I'm not scared of these fucking people, bro. I'm scared of my country going to shit. I'm scared of my country falling apart at the seams as you sit here and gaslight your entire fan base into thinking it's only because people are fucking racist. The right is right. Now, whether or not they actually stand on that once they get into the Senate or the House, that's another story. But they're right when they say that this is why all this shit's happening. Because we've given the keys to people who don't know how to work the lock. You wonder why we're all out in the cold now.
And that, I think, causes division, and it causes friction that makes it harder for people to integrate.
It's your fault. It's your fault, huh? Are you unhappy about watching your country go to shit? Well, that's your fault too. You get how that works? None of this is the import's fault. It'll always be your fault. White American, man, Christian, baby. It's always your fault.
There was enough appetite by the government to address the financial harm that people were experiencing, the economic struggles that people were experiencing. There would still be a lot of people who say, I don't want a brown person, I don't want a black person around in my neighborhood.
You don't want to take care of the world, that you got brought up in. The world that your fucking forefathers and generations before you built and created. It's none of that. You just don't want to be near a brown or black person. Wow. Says Hamas Piker.
I don't believe that anyone is coming into the United States of America or the UK, as a matter of fact, because they want to bring about a Salafist-style Islamic caliphate.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck Salafist means. Fucking shorty on James Klug the other day. What'd you say? I don't know what's going on there, but I'm worried about it.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what they're doing there, but I do know that I'm very concerned about it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there with Salafists, but I'm worried about it.
3%, I think, of British Muslims want Sharia law in Britain, like, according to polls.
You hear him?
Like,
you hear him? Laughing at it.
Like,
third of the Muslims in England want Sharia law, and he knows what Sharia law is. Yo is Muslim born and bred and raised, so he's very aware of what it is. He'll play ignorant. That laugh says it all about him. Says it all. He thinks he'll be protected because he was brought up Muslim. He's not. He's not, and he's just as much a heretic as the rest of us are.
More than half want to ban...
I haven't seen these polls.
Oh, of course you haven't. Oh no, I haven't seen... Oh, no, hold on. I haven't seen these polls. I haven't seen these polls. Of course you haven't, because you're not looking for them. Because you don't want to know them. You're better in the dark. You're more comfortable there. I get it. Stay there.
Well, we can put them in for people to see. More than half want to ban homosexuality, right? So when you say people aren't coming in to introduce an Islamist stuff, well, some of them want to if they're in a position to do so. But if 33% of them do, you can see why a lot of people who don't want Sharia law might be concerned about that, right?
Sure. I don't know what I haven't seen these polls, and I also don't know what British Muslims, or the 33% that are saying they want Sharia law, like what they're talking about.
It's real easy for him to do that. The best of motives when talking about the Islam. The worst of motives when he's talking about white on the right or Trump. The worst of motives. End of the world. Armageddon. Fascism. Nazis. 33% want Sharia law that he knows what it is very well, as if these people wouldn't know what they want. As if he hasn't seen half the shit going on in England. Motherfuckers taking to the streets, doing calls to prayer, taking over blocks. Bro, you know what he's talking about. But just play fucking ignorant. Play fucking ignorant, and your fan base is just as ignorant. Like willfully. Self-induced fucking ignorance. And it's dangerous. It's clown shit.
If you don't have healthcare, you die.
Bro, you walk outside, get hit by a bus, you fucking die. Like, healthcare is not the determining factor, more times than not, whether or not you die. Can it help you in certain situations? Sure. Fuck me, bro. Like, it's only become the fucking mess that it is because of the fucking government. Yes, there are greedy corporations. Yes, there's greedy hospitals. Yes, there's greedy fucking laws on the books that just fuck everything up for everybody. That's made it what it's become. Far more fucking convoluted than whatever Hasan would ever chalk it up to. With or without healthcare, you'll still die. No matter what, you will die. You're not going to live forever. With healthcare, without healthcare. One day, you'll be fucking dead.
So you will pay whatever price you have to pay for healthcare. And therefore, I think the American system that is the most maximalist, most capitalist, most like free enterprise system has been an abject failure in terms of delivering good results.
50 fucking years ago, when health insurance wasn't a piece of what it is today, we were at the top of the fucking line in medical achievements, creating shit, finding vaccines and cures for all sorts of shit. You can go see the doctor for $20 fucking without insurance. Your local fucking town doctor. What do you think happens when you make it a law that you have to have insurance? You have to have it. You have to buy it. You can only get it from these couple people. You charge, like, bro, like, that's what I mean, bro. Like, this whole thing is, like, so twisted and fucked up. And it's just health insurance. Just health insurance. You need it. Without it, you'll die. You'll fucking die.
We do have nicer hospitals.
I'll be honest with you, it'd be difficult not to have a nicer hospital than the UK, mate.
Yeah, no, but but I understand that. In this sector and in many others, corruption still thrives.
As long as there's people involved in it, you'll never get rid of corruption. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. There's no cure for corruption. Not with people running it. God forbid, imagine Hasan fucking running something. You think he's gonna be fair? Fair, open, and honest? Open book, huh, guys? I'm hiding nothing. Here's my books. Check it out. I know you don't believe that.
We have it in the form of corporate consolidation here in the United States of America, because in the absence of any sort of government intervention, trust busting, and heavy regulatory intervention, all corporations end up trying to seize one another and become a force, a monopolistic force.
What do you think the government is? The government is the one true monopolistic. What do you think happens when that's all that's left and you get what you get? Everything turns into the VA. Think things get better then? You think there's no corruption then when the government and the VA are it? We all got health care, but you know, we only got one fucking hospital that's run by the government. I get that there's problems with corporations. I get that's why you need many corporations. Like the one true thing that I am with him on is the not allowing them to buy them all up and become one. I'm okay with the government stopping that from happening, but I truly feel that that's as far as the government should be allowed to go with it. The government taking something over will not make it better. It will make it worse. I know you probably know that, but how like you would still think that like the government can operate anything better than a corporation does that are operating on like their own profit margins, their own gains and losses. The government can run complete L's year after year. They'll just keep running it because they're just going to take your money. And whatever they can't take, they'll just fucking print.
And when you become an oligopoly, you can diminish the quality of service that you're offering slowly but surely because there's no market competition.
That's what I just said. Like, what's your solution here then, Hasan? You don't have one. You got cheap commie rhetoric and platitudes, bro. Like, it's corny listening to this dude. Bro's had a silver spoon up his asshole since fucking the crib. Thinking iPhones cost $500. Oh no, but they're going up, guys. Oh no, they're going up. I don't know fucking where you're buying motherfucking iPhones. iPhones ain't been under $1,000 in under fucking like the last 8 years. That's who we're taking financial advice from here. Fuck you, dude.
That exists any longer. So, I guess the way I look at it is in terms of corruption, you're right. There is a tendency, if the government is all powerful, even though the governments are always all powerful, there is a tendency in more centralized governance that if someone wants to be a ruthless autocrat, they can do so.
So why are we giving them more power, Hasan? Why are you advocating that that's the only solution to our problems? God damn.
And the people don't always have the capacity to rise up against that.
And they do against the U.S. government? We got a better chance of rising up against a corporation than we do the fucking government. Fuck me, man.
Well, as long as I can eat a Big Mac, you know, as long as I can watch TV, as long as I can consume porn and you know, gamble on the unregulated crypto currency market or gamble my modest income away, what remains after I give the rest to my landlord.
Or the government. Bro, that's your fan base. That person, yo, you just described. Big Mac, crypto gambling, watching porn, crying about landlords. Those are the clowns you're talking about. Those are the clowns that you want to give a social safety net to unlock the potential of. You just strawman your own fan base. You think he's even aware of that? Of course he's fucking not.
Then, you know, things are probably fine.
I mean, I think that's quite a stretch, Hasan, with all respect, because the difference between, I mean, we talked about some societies that have attempted to pursue communism, China, the Soviet Union, Venezuela, etc., right? The difference between those countries is not that they can't eat a Big Mac. The difference is that if they criticize the government, in Russia today even, but of course in the Soviet Union previously, you're going to get killed, right? In America, that's not what happens, right? In America, you don't get...
We don't know yet. We don't know where we're going to go.
Fucking Trump. Huh? That fucking Trump. Says the guy defending fucking China seconds, nanoseconds after showing a meme on a stream. The cops come and went through his phone. And that's who Hamas fucking Piker wants the United States to follow after. Yeah, fuck you. And fuck that.